Is up, guys? Welcome to another Foster stream. This is a little bit different than usual. Okay, so we have a new schedule, which is perfect. Okay, so it means that now everyone can tune in on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live publicly. For Monday, Asia, Wednesday, London, Friday, New York. 3 live streams public a week, and the rest private, obviously, right? So this is starting it off on a Monday at 8 a.m. For me, it's 8 a.m. But let's get into this, okay? Let's see what the news is. And you guys already know the drill, how we do things around here. So let's get this news. Wow, it's really not much. FOMC. So it's really, obviously we had the bias from last week, which was great, by the way. As you guys can tell, it was great. It was great. So let's get this one done for Asia, since we are trading Asia right now. Okay, news, we know there is no news. The initial balance, let me just go check this. So we go to the RTH. Let's see the initial balance. Seems pretty narrow, guys. What do you think? I think it's pretty narrow for sure. Initial balance break to the upside, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Well, the naked points of control. Let's find these. Let's find these. And then obviously we take all these levels, get into the session, right? Oh, we do have a New York though. So yes, New York below current session. Value of the previous session we're above on here. And let me just check. Oh, we're still inside obviously, but we're above the close. And let me just check the daily profiles really quick. Yeah, we're above there. There's a couple of nakeds as well. Okay, so we're above. So, when we're above on everything, we got a narrow initial balance. It's a Monday. Broke 5K. What can't gold do at this point, right? So pretty nice stuff going on here. Let me just get these points of control marked. So we got 4955. Okay. And then obviously we got one like quite a while away. 4830. We'd have to drop 230 points from here. So I already know at that point. Okay, let me go over to the RTH profiles and let's see what we're dealing with over here. But yeah, so this is like going to be like a kind of a new format. Let me actually get this moved over as well. 4982. So this is like a new format we're kind of dealing with. From now on, it'll be a couple more lives a week for sure, which will be fun for you guys. Set up and look at the sessions. New York. Oops. 4945. Okay. So we got a New York. Okie dokie. Now we can go over, not to indicators, to my levels. Let's go over to these levels chart. Let's kind of go from here, right? So let me change these candles. Right. See here. Yeah. Right, okay. So let's go with these 5s. We'll do the 15s first and then we'll do the 5s, right? It's really as simple as that. So let's get this done and then we can start looking for some scalps, right? Start looking for some scalps. So let me turn off big trades. Let me take that off. Alright, so 50.25. I actually like that level. It's a nice sec level. 50.25. Just gonna get this marked. We do have this like huge gap as well, so keep that in mind. Let me just get this deleted. We do have this gap, so keep that in mind for sure. And that also aligns with the RTH, right? So that's pretty decent. So let's get this marked out. Right. See over here, we can get all these old ones deleted for sure. And then we can go back over. This looks sort of like one right here. Let me actually get this VWAP removed. I could pretty much remove all this. So let me get that, and then over here. Yeah, this New York is also going to be a 15. Right. It's also going to be a 15. Ooh. That's right on that previous value area. So let me actually just remove this real quick. 4920, right? And we'll go down to these. Might as well just mark this as previous value area low while I'm at it. While I'm there, why not? Why not get this added, right? So it is pretty decent so far, right? Let's go down to this 5. And then we'll start taking some trades here because, you know, usually this will be like this, right? Where we got Asia. Will more than likely be like the longer sort of live. I don't really like that, to be honest, but 50.45. 25 is that one, right? I'll mark this here, 50.45. So it's usually going to be the longer one, right? And then after this, it'll be. Let me get this marked as a 5 as well. It's very 5-ish. It's very 5-ish for sure, for sure. So let me get this marked. Right. And then we can start looking at these trades. I'm going to leave this as 15. These levels are quite far away. 49.50. So we'll get this last one marked. And then there we go, right? So now what we'll do, there's obviously going to be a couple more, but we have to break through so much support right now that it would just be a waste of time kind of going through all these levels. So let me see, previous VWAP. Previous VWAP is pretty much going to be there as well. So let me get this marked. We got previous day VWAP. Previous day value low, right? That's everything. That's all the potential plays for today. So I'll get this sent into the WAP. And yeah, so there's the bias and the potential plays for today, all inside of one video. How perfect is that? So I will get this uploaded inside the WAP, and then right now we'll continue on the live with the scalping. Okay, so see you guys in the scalping session. Peace out. So now that's done, let's get into this scalping. So let me go back over here and let me get all these levels marked out. So we got 4-7. So it's got to reselect it, close, copy, paste these over here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So let's go into here. Object list. Select all, close, copy. Let's just get these pieces over here for now. Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll go from here, right? So I was able to take a quick long earlier from here, right? This was just before the live. It was a nice, like, quick topic, this standard deviation. But I will be looking for some more longs here, right? Anything we can kind of get into. What are we dealing with? Just let me get these. It's just volumes coming in higher, so 40, 62. That's not bad. That's not too bad. 50, 56. Okay, so we got two pretty local levels for sure. So let's see what we can get from these, right? If anything. And then we could obviously go from there, right? So let's see. Couple yo's in the chat. Yo. So pretty much what we're doing right now is we are looking at some of these potential plays and some of these key levels, right? So yeah, we'll wait until these levels are tapped and then we can go from here. So yeah, pretty much just a waiting game, right? Till we see something that's pretty decent to take. Yeah, guarded. Yo, if I get a rhythmic data feed from Profitability, can I use it with Addis? And if so, do I have to pay for something else? No. So if you get I use Apex, right? So that's what I'm shooting on right now, is in my Apex account. So they provide you free rhythmic data, and then you can trade straight from Addis using rhythmic data on Apex. So it's included, right, with Apex, which is pretty nice. So I know about Apex. I'm pretty sure there's probably a couple other firms as well that offer rhythmic data, but that's why I trade with this Apex. And no, you don't. Once you buy an Apex account on Rhythmic, you can hook it up to your Addis account, and then you can just start taking trades from there. Yeah, we're just like shooting for these highs right now, so realistically trying to get into something that's like decent. Yeah, get this last one. Waiting on some form of pullback here. It's a 15-point pullback though. Realistically, there was this POC right around here, right on that buy wall. So what we can do is just mark out this like sort of buy wall. Let me actually get this like a little bit easier to see, I suppose. That's a little bit better. That is a little bit better for sure. So let me just like save this template. What are we dealing with? 6 points. All these trap sellers, just insane. A lot of sellers coming in. But yeah, so the way the lives are going to be working now is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all public. So if you're watching this right now, it's public live. And then so Asia, London, New York, Monday to Friday. 3 of those are public. The rest are private. They're for the Discord members, right? But yeah, so this template as well is super basic, a super basic template. Pretty much just looking at these sort of levels, right? Let me actually just go over here, change this. But yeah, so super basic sort of layout. You got the big traders. You've got, look at this, we're just shooting for the highs here. We are just shooting for these highs. So see if we can get something. These sort of psychological levels are going to be like decent TPs, right? So 50.90, 51. Where are we now? Pretty far away from value for sure. Cam, what sessions do you trade? Pretty much Asia, New York, London. For the first hour. So Asia, London, New York. Uh, 3 a.m. EST London, 7:30 EST New York, and then 8 p.m. EST Asia. They usually go live at least once a day. What's happening to these buyers right now? So let's see what they do. It's just not advantageous to get in just yet. Pretty sure there's POC right around here. Yeah, 4070 level. So we'll see what happens around this 4070. But yeah, I'd rather get in around this 5062. Or 5070, sorry, not 4070. Feels like only yesterday we were talking about 4070s, right? Bit of a war going on right now. Let's see these buyers get that reward, right? At least those highs. Stop break even. All these buyers should realistically protect. If not, then always re-enter again off these buyers down here. Yeah, this is a little bit of sticky situation right around here. Let's POC. Want to see us get past these buyers and just all these sellers. Pretty much this could have been sellers closing at that point. See some more money coming in. It's worth a stop for sure. Right, we just have that POC. $50-80 level. If we can get past that, that'll be nice. It's looking like it though, it's looking like it. Seller stepping in. Let's hit the 60.
A partir de agora, o sacode vai começar. Essa perereca não ganha. Chama sua amiga do catuco, é você. O catu.
So let's see what we can get here. Let's pop these highs. Maybe a retest that range POC and drop from there. If not, it could be looking nice. Obviously, these absorb buyers over here, these passive sellers. Right, so if we can pass these guys, that'd be nice. That indeed would be nice. Not bad. Most passive sellers are still pretty much holding. It says, here we go. On the right side, why don't you use previous day volume profile to see important levels? It's better to see current day. So I have both, right? So on the left side, I have previous day. So if I like scroll way down, you'll see previous day. So I got previous day high, value area and stuff like that on the left, and then on the right, I have current day levels. So yeah, that was a sound. That was a pretty sound TP. It's not bad. These sellers here, just keep an eye on these guys, because what's happened to these guys, they close, price pumps. If not, we could be heading down like just a little bit. Bunch of sellers stepping in again around this area. Let's see if they can push price past this area. If not, let's see what they're looking at. CBD's not really seeming too healthy. Those buyers should have been defending their 26 level. Buyers should have been defending 50.73.
Tonight, I don't feel like keeping quiet. I want to dance and close my eyes, detach myself from reality. Tonight, I escape from all expectation and cast off formality. Tonight, I'm selfish.
CBD being flat isn't too good. I just don't really want to get caught in this sort of range and area. But take a quick scalp right over here. If we break those highs, nice. If not, then reverse down the range, come back up, reverse down. So it's not bad, just kind of waiting. Some buyers getting absorbed here as well. Order flow pro just kicked off as well. So we got a nice little flush down to here. I'd rather rate the long. Get into the long. What are we looking at? 21 points upside. That'd be nice. That'd be nice, right? If we can get that. So let's have a look like that. Market is out of bounds. Consolidating now. Yeah, it is for sure. Just kind of waiting. What about the gap below? Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of monitoring right off cam. Nick, yes sir, locked in. Yeah, for sure, locked in. But yeah, we're super duper out of balance. Huge gap below. This was right around here. Right, so kind of looking at this sort of gap area. You see some of these previous levels still happy, so I have to remove them. But yeah, so just keeping an eye on this sort of area, right? It's around that daily low, right? Just put in pretty much right on that gap. There's that breakdown to the downside. Suppose you probably could have took a scalp short just down to here, down to that range POC, but I just don't want to be like caught in this sort of area. I'll wait until we that POC is like miles away. By the time we get up to there, it's just like more than likely we're just gonna break highs. So I'd rather look for a long. If I can get this long in right around that 50.62 area, that would be nice. But yeah, so far I've only seen 2 trades, right? Obviously hindsight's 2020, but I realistically should have stayed in that long from this morning. That would have been huge. But nonetheless, not bad. So yeah, I'll get active around here. We also do have a top of the standard deviation band around here as well. But yeah, if we can look for a couple, let me just get these removed to clear up some space on my end. I'm gonna keep this is pretty influential, these 2 areas, so I'm gonna leave these. Just double check that. 62. I might not fill this gap this session. Yeah, it would be pretty unlikely, right? I think we're like 100 and something points away. Let me just see really quick. 80-ish. 85-ish points away from this gap. So yeah, it would be pretty hefty if we can fill that gap for sure. Never got that entry off this 50-60 vulnerable. Should react to all these buyers, right? These sellers are also pretty influential, so I'll get these. Wouldn't be surprised if we break these highs now. I would not be surprised if we break these highs. But let's wait and let's see. Let me see where this POC is. Right, yeah, we just hopped into that POC, so just hit that big buyer. CVD is not really doing anything as well, which is quite annoying. You know, we're actually getting a little bit of absorption coming in right on the CVD side. Well, these buyers stepping in, right? You want to see these buyers get rewarded. If not, we could just expect like a huge flush down. These sellers don't get rewarded as well, then you know you can expect a huge pop. See their sides, you know, if we pick these lows right here, which is pretty surprising, right? But there's definitely a lot more buyers right now. And I'm just not getting rewarded, so sort of waiting on this, right? Then we could obviously go from there. Looks like those buyers are getting absorbed. Yikes. This new 1 hour candle will be coming in shortly as well. Yeah, I don't really like shorting around here. I'll wait. I'll wait until we get like some form of something. Realistically, that would have been a good short from here. But when you're hitting highs, it's just like, what do you do? Short highs? Wow. That'd be insane. This area here is pretty influential. So let's see if we can get something from this area. Those sellers, let's see. Those buyers were the nice ones here. So let's just get this refined a little bit. Two of these sellers. Yeah, I definitely don't want to get caught in this range. We failed to break this high twice. Oh, well, yeah, twice pretty much. You know, what are you going to do? Short anticipate the breakout? I don't think that sounds too good to me. Obviously, it's like, could be worth a punt. It's just these buyers around here. It's just not great, isn't it? No. I don't feel, yeah. Where is X? Where is that a six? 100 times. Is it for print based off specific filters? Yeah. So I've got like it hooked up, so it shows me like certain like key areas, right, where like big buyers or big sellers and so on we're stepping in. Look at this. Order flow pro fired 4 times in a row. That's 4 candles in a row. Just broke that influential area. New hour open, so we'll wait. But yeah, I have the scripting set up in a certain way. Just makes it a little bit cleaner. You know, it only pops out like the areas where it makes sense to answer trades and stuff. We're gonna get a breakout of this range. Hopefully it's not. What are we dealing with here? I think we actually just hit it. Yeah, we did. Maybe tap back into that sort of area. Those buyers were. Whatever's happening to these buyers right now. That 1 hour open really didn't do much for buyers, that's for sure. That is for sure. What time is it over there, mate? I see the sun. It is 9 a.m. 9 a.m. in the morning. So I'm trading Asia session in Asia. Yeah. It looks like we could be getting this breakdown. But, you know, it looked like it here, and here. So I'd rather wait until we break down and then get a nice little long from here. If we end up rotating again, I'll be kind of just waiting at this point until we get to some form of key level. Hopefully we can get something though. We already got that one trade this morning. So you just quick long, right? But then we ended up just getting hit out in profit. Not too bad, but yeah, we were anticipating this breakout. And that was from this level, maybe? Yeah, if we're just going to raise around here, guys, there's no point because I just won't take any trades, right? So I don't want to keep you guys waiting to see some trades and stuff. Oof, look at that. Let's see. But yeah, so from now on it'll be public lives Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every Friday we got a giveaway, so make sure you tune in on the Friday giveaways. Make sure you like and subscribe as well, right? Everyone says that, oh, like and subscribe, but make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then obviously you can tune into the live streams. If you join the Fosterman's free group inside the Discord, link in the bio, just literally below, link in the description, you'll be able to join inside of the giveaways, right? So it's a free giveaway. You can choose whatever size account you want, and you can link it up to your Addis account and then start trading that way. That's every single Friday. There's a giveaway every single Friday, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, it looks like we're kind of ranging around here, so there's pretty I'm not going to end up taking any trades until we hit some form of key level. Realistically, I'm waiting until we break out to these highs. Once we break out to these highs, come back down, retest that range POC, I'll be looking for entries. But until then, I will more than likely see you guys over in London session. That's going to be in the next 6 hours. So in the next 6 hours, I'll see you guys over in London session. But yeah, so pretty decent one. We got one scalp on the stream, which wasn't too bad. But yeah, we'll go over some of the other trades later. Hopefully we can grab a few more and we're not sitting in balance, right? But yeah, once we go to balance and we start looking for some decent trades, well then that'll be nice. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.